All right, we have a big update. We have FS Golf got updated today. This is going to pair with some other updates that happened a couple weeks ago, I think. Let's talk about them, because I think they're pretty cool. What's going on, everybody? Scott Hogan coming at you. We are getting ready for the holidays. Hopefully y'all are, getting your units, everybody that got them during Black Friday, all that stuff. Or if you've had your unit for a while now, we actually have some pretty cool updates that have come along. So Mevo Plus is just getting better and better. Let's go through those. Before we do that, make sure you click that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber already. We're going to be going over low point tomorrow, the most important number. So don't miss out on that. And also, if you're looking for help with your game, we have our first boot camp of 2023 that will start right after the new year. Make sure you head over to Scott Hogan Golf, get signed up. It's going to be awesome. You don't want to miss out on it. All right. So here we go. We've got a couple of things that have happened with FS Golf. All right. So we had a firmware update a couple weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago, where they said, hey, this is going to be for some big updates coming up. And we then had FS Golf get set up here as well with their new update. So really, really good stuff that's coming in. So I want to go through that really quick. Okay. So first thing is, when we're setting up the radar, I'm going to just go through a quick little thing here. You'll see in the target alignment, now I always do sea level right now because it's 20 degrees, 10 degrees outside. That will affect your ball flight. Don't do that if you're wanting to hit it, and not have it go really short. So the other thing you're going to see is if you go to the target alignment screen, okay, you're going to see a couple of new tools here. If you haven't been seeing these, you're going to see down on the bottom, okay, let me move my ball away. We are going to see what you actually have is the hitting area. You can actually put that in, so you can see on your setup where the hitting area needs to be. And they also put a little, golf ball indicator. Hey, just put the ball there for best results, okay? So it gives you a little bit more precision in the alignment. That's one of the biggest reasons I like radars anyway, is for that precision and setting up, and this only gets better. There's also a calibration here that you can do. What's going to happen is you can move it back, forward, if you have a different area. You want to get the ball inside that area, look like you're hitting from that area. So I'll reset mine since mine was already good. Now, one other thing that people have asked about is they've changed the name of this. It used to be called the ball origin test. They just now say setup verification. This is a little test. We used to do this a lot with X2s, and you do it with X3 and stuff. But all this is a way for you to just kind of test your setup. So if I open up the screen, okay, and I've got my ball set up, okay, and I hit a shot, you're going to see it pops up basically letting you know where that ball is set up. So, you can test it out. If you're if you're pretty reasonably close, right, that's what you're looking for. If you start seeing that ball outside the big circle, you're going to have some issues. And then you can kind of get to where you are. So I'm going to move the ball a little bit to the right here. Let's try one there. And you can see now it goes onto the right side of that target. Again, we are talking about very small amounts of movement, so you don't have to have it like dead set on to have a good experience, but it does give you an idea of what you are looking at as far as, hey, is my setup good? If you're not getting it in that spot and you don't have the green numbers on your screen as far as tilt and roll, probably going to get some weird reads as you're going through, okay? So just keep that in mind as you're going through. Now, as we move into the app, okay, a couple of things that we have seen that are updated, okay? So there's one big one that everybody's going to want to know about. So I'm going to go to the one that's a little bit smaller as we go through, okay? I do like when things just look kind of cool as well. I'm going to bring it on the radar cam, and we're going to do just one view here, okay? And we're going to hit a shot. Okay, we've hit a shot. We're going to pull up that video, and you're going to see you have what's called an option for shot trace. Okay, so shot trace is essentially going to be, all right, it gives you a little look at what the ball does taking off. It also gives you, you see on this red line here, it's essentially giving you kind of a visual representation of your club coming down and through. So just kind of putting a little bit of, you know, hey, let's put a little visual graphics to it. This is something, if you've hit on like TrackMan, you'll see that when you do it on the radar cam. This will only work for the radar cam. If you do multicam, you know, it just says it's not going to work, which makes sense because you are not going to be, you know, set up in the same spot every time. So, okay, I know you're going to ask about that, but it's just not going to be set up. So how's it going to draw lines when the angles are not right with the camera? It knows it's right when you're using your unit. Okay, so that's what you have on there now. Now let's get to the big one that everybody's going to want to know about. So let's go ahead. We're going to bring it up. There is now RCT ball support as you're going through this. Okay, so if I pull up the ball menu, you're going to see down here you have RCT ball as an option. Okay, so we can do that and test it. Now, if you're not sure what the RCT ball is, it is a ball that was built. It was really built by like TrackMan for them, and then with Titleist. And what they did is, you know, you'd have a regular golf ball, and then for radars, we'd put the dot on it, right? Well, those get annoying, and you have to set them up right and all that stuff. Well, Titleist came out with the RCT ball. They put metal actually inside of the golf ball, so you no longer need dots, all right? Units had to get where they calibrate because the different units, from my understanding, have different frequencies. So the RCT ball has worked for a while, but now it is officially supported. Okay, so what everyone wants to know is, does it make a difference? Let's try it out. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to go RCT ball. Okay, RCT ball last. Let's see here. We just want to see the range. Okay, what I'm going to do, I want to do just a regular ball first. Okay, so I've got a Bridgestone, not exactly the same ball. This is a Bridgestone, but it's the same family of golf ball. Okay, you know, it's the brands that they have. We're going to hit some drivers because that's always the one that's going to be the hardest to find. So you can see there's that driver, not hit great. Not really worried about that, but you can see that spin down on the bottom. It is in italics, so it is estimated, okay? 3154. So now we're going to throw in the dots. Got my dot here. Same Bridgestone ball. It's a ball I've been trying. See if I'm going to play it next year. We're going to go ahead. Let's throw it up. Not hit the same, and you can see still estimated 3252. Probably would have had more spin on that one as we hit it. Okay, so now let's say, okay, you know, the way I typically would use things is RCT ball, but I would do it without RCT ball mode, right? Just be on standard mode. So here's what that would look like. That was hit a little better. You can see the estimated spin still on it as it's going through. So you wouldn't get them all the time, but you would see you get a little bit more. Now let's switch it over to that RCT ball mode, and let's see what we get. And there we go. You can see not estimated at all. That spin is coming down. So I know a lot of people worry about, hey, how far am I hitting the driver and stuff? My biggest thing is I see the difference being how much spin is generated. You know, being up in the upper 2000s, 3000, around there. Sometimes I get even higher. That's a lot. That's what I don't want to be at. Now, to be fair, the difference between the 4 shots, I am not a robot. They all weren't hit particularly well, to be honest with you. But again, the idea being, are you going to get estimated spins or are you going to get actual spins? So let's do it one more time. Let's see what we get. Because everybody's going to say, hey, that was one shot. So RCT ball. Got another one. There we go. That one was hit a little bit more in the center of the face. You can see by the ball speed there. So 2578, not estimated. So there we go. You're not going to get those estimated spins on the driver. That's pretty exciting. Now, what will this do for like simulator software, stuff like that. That's going to be TBD. Maybe check out one of our live rounds. We're going to have one of those coming up before we head to the holidays. So we'll be trying it out, seeing if there's any adjustments to it. But yeah, exciting stuff. Great stuff from Flightscope heading into the PGA show. Can't wait to get down there and talk to them a little bit more. Again, we'll have more with them. We'll have a live interview with Flightscope on the Wednesday of the PGA show. So make sure you're a subscriber to the channel so you do not miss out on that. And we'll be talking to a lot of other vendors, all that stuff that we're talking to right now. So don't miss out on any of that stuff. If you're interested in anything golf simulator related, hit the subscribe button. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Peace.